Somebody with an active addiction might start out with a normal family life. They might have a normal job. They might have a car. You know, they might look quite well. Addiction takes over everything. Your partner, your child, your mother. You may love them, but you love the addiction more. There's packaging of needles, there's cans, there's wipes. Yeah, there is packaging. There's no shops that I can see. They eventually lose everything. It's such a powerful force. Overdose is a real risk for these people. They're not using it in a clean clinical area. They've got the clean stuff when they leave me, but then they'll go and sit in a car park, or they'll go and sit behind a bush somewhere in a park. They'll be reusing equipment. They'll be using dirty equipment, no matter how much I tell them not to. The actual purity of heroin can vary dramatically. So one batch can be really weak, then the next batch that person gets can be quite strong. They see the overdose as a very fine line between having the perfect hit and overdosing, because in theory, a perfect hit is on the borderline of an overdose. I have a lot of engagement with other services up and down the country. They've been using take-home Naloxone now for years. It's been very successful. I mean, in my eyes, if it saves one life, you know, it's worth having. It's saved dozens of lives up and down the country. We're going to be fortunate enough in Dorset to have take-home Naloxone. For me to have the ability to get a group of people together, whether that's opiate users, whether that's opiate users' families, or whether they're anybody who could come into contact with them, for me to get those into a room, to be able to educate them around overdose, to give them basic skills, and then to give them a kit to take away that could potentially save a life is absolutely incredible. And we are going to have that power. They can walk out of the door and potentially save a life with it. They can rebuild their life. It's about getting people to a point where they want to accept and want to engage with services. We don't force treatment. We wait for that person to be ready, and when they're ready, we give them the right numbers. We walk them to the door of the treatment places. We help them.